So it's been a while since dodge builds had their heyday, looking back to 2017 and the crossbow dodge days of old that I spent many hours using. But with the new stronger perks pushing ahead with the likes of Anarchist, Kingpin, Stoic and now Leech, plus arguably a handful of others, the all-powerful dodge user fell off the radar somewhat, is now often labelled as the style of play that is just luck or RNG based and therefore it's crap. Holy shit. While obviously the dodge percentage is just that, percentage based, any and all perk decks will get you crucified should you run around like a madman, screaming like a banshee in hopes that you dodge all 37 bullets being fired at you in the middle of an assault wave on death sentence. Let's be honest, this was never how you should have played dodge in the past, and it's certainly not how you should play it now. But if that's how you want to play it, then you're right, dodge certainly ain't for you. The last thing to note before we delve into the skills here is a faithful argument about how rogue players will get you killed. It is true that there's a perk deck card in the rogue deck called Elusive that states that you are 15% less likely to be targeted when close to your crew members. While this is a nice comfort excuse regarding targeting in your most recent down, a 1 in 6.66 chance when all other aspects of Payday 2 targeting are in alignment to make the enemy choose you instead may not be the problem. There is a lot of aspects that go into target priority behind the scenes here, and this is certainly not the video to get our measuring tapes out and calculate, but by all means, take a read yourself of the long guide section on targeting. It digs more into the priority system where it's based on distance, noise made from the crew, damage done to enemies by the crew, and much more. You may realise that a wimpy 15% isn't getting you killed when you're 150 meters away on Goat Sim day 1, but maybe more likely if we're at equal distance from an enemy, I have a silence from my gun and you don't, and your bullets are the ones hitting enemies locking them onto you for 4 seconds at a time. So while there are many options for dodge builds in regards to weapons and also perk decks, this video will concentrate on Rogue for maximum dodge stats, along with the DMR rifles for achieving some serious damage, both raw damage output per shot on the primary and a huge damage per second number on the secondary. As always, being many preferences out there for builds, I have a couple of variants for you to try, as certain skills may not be needed for you or your playstyle. Let's get into it. Version 1. As stated, we'll take Rogue as the perk deck, given a base stat of 50 dodge when paired with the suit. Our deployable will be the first aid kits and concussions for the throwable. In the mastermind tree, we hit up as ace for the 14 first aid kits and the ability to eat up these kits should we lose all our health. This is a great technique to get into and can allow you to lay down some serious firepower into busy areas while peeking around corners. Jokers with hostage taker for passive health regen. Having a couple of extra bodies around you that not only help you shoot enemies but also take some aggro off you as a dodge player, helping with you being less targeted as discussed earlier. Hostage taker is a big point drain here, but it can make it where you need to use first aid kits a little less, making them last longer and be more liberal with them. We all know that heavy swats on death sentence will hit you for 225 wherever they are. However, not all enemies are like this. There are a handful that litter these heists where the lower damage can be dealt. Basic health in Payday 2 is 230. Getting hit by a heavy swat to your health leaves you with just 5. At this point, a first aid kit is probably required, as one more health hit by anyone is a down. If with 230 health you get hit by a light unit who only do slightly under 70 damage, should this require a first aid kit? Or an M4 medic or cloaker or shield who hit less than that, or even a green dozer that's more than 11 meters away? If any of those hit you, is this damage worth a first aid kit? Well, technically yes at this point, as one more hit from a heavy swat to your health would down you. However, taking Partners in Crime aced, we grab an extra 30% health, moving our health from 230 to 299. Here we can withstand a heavy SWAT hit and one of those other hits mentioned. Where Hostage Taker is important here is that if you take the small damage number first, you can then play slightly less aggressive while your health regens back up to take more hits. This is a good substitute to using first aid kits on every single health hit you take. Next is Stable Shot for weapon stability. Resilience Ace for flashbang help and armor recovery, Bullseye Basic for headshot armor regen in a pinch. In Technician, the usual bad aim gold package, but with more merit this time. Steady Grip Ace for accuracy and stability increases, Surefire Ace for more bullets in the mag and the ability to pierce enemy armor, Lock and Load Basic to shoot while sprinting, and finally Body Expertise Ace to apply a percentage of the headshot multiplier bonus to body shots. This skill in particular becomes important in reaching our damage statistics later when we talk about weapon selection. In the Ghost Tree, it's Duck and Cover Ace for stamina and 10 dodge while sprinting, meaning we will now have 70 dodge when we sprint. Parkour for speed and run and reload, Inner Pockets for concealment, and Ace is just to spend the least amount of points possible to open up the tier 4 skills. You could spend 2 more points getting Shockproof Basic and Dire Need Basic instead of Inner Pockets Ace in order to not waste those 4 points, but you will spend 6 points instead on not so useful skills. Sneaky Bastard Basic for 10 more dodge. Next is the Professional Ace for accuracy and stability increases, Optical Illusions Ace for a further less targeted chance, negated if the person you're next to is also running it but can compound the rogue deck if not, and then increased concealment for our suppressed weapons. Finally, Low Blow Basic for a 30% critical hit chance. This variation in total leaves us with 6 points in the tank. Not much to play with, but of course there are options. If one down is clicked on, add 9 lives for 4 points. If drills are on the heist, you could put points into those, transporter to move bags on heavy loot heists, or even scav ace to get an extra ammo pack every 6 to keep you stocked a little quicker. After those options, let's look at some other variations. So you didn't like the hostage taker rationale, or you're just too good to need that health regen. Remove hostage taker, and with the other 6 points left over, you could ace quick fix and grab inspire ace. That leaves only 2 points left. Want inspire and 9 lives? Remove the professional ace, losing 12 accuracy, but after 9 lives, use those 2 final points to grab fire control basic and get that 12 accuracy back for when you're hip firing. If you feel like Sneaky Bastard is just not warranted and are okay with 50 dodge, 60 while sprinting, this can open some doors. Releasing Sneaky Bastard and Inner Pockets Ace along with Parkour Ace, you now have 14 points to play with and you still have Hostage Taker. Removing that also gets you 26 points to play with. Sticking with Hostage Taker, those 14 points could spec into high value target ace to help deal with bulldozers at medium and long distances. Or an often point raised are shields, how to deal with those without an AP pistol or explosive. Well, shotgun or aced for 9 points. Another point save tactic could be just to go with one joker, with or without Hostage Taker, seeing as 2 doesn't increase the health regen. I do favour 2 jokers purely for the essence of this build and having more help around you to take enemy fire. For the weapons, listen up. The idea here is to be able to 2-hit body shot heavy swats every time, or 1-shot body shot them with a critical hit. We do this by creating a consistent damage output of 480 damage per body shot, and seeing as heavy swats have a total of 960, this puts us in a good spot. The lowest base damage required to do this is 171.2 on our weapon. Anything lower than that and it doesn't meet the damage requirements, meaning an extra hit would be necessary. I did make a 960 body shot damage anarchist build video a few months back where I explain in detail how body expertise is calculated, so go check that out if you're interested. The weapon set for this low detection variation is this. Primary is the Car 4 assault rifle modded for damage, concealment and then accuracy and stability. Royal blue camo with accuracy modifier. DMR barrel. The bigger the better suppressor. Concealment boost. Auto fire. The EMO foregrip. 45-degree red dot. Titanium skeleton grip. Thrust lower receiver. Speed pull mag. Seymour sight. Folding stock. LW upper receiver. With this we achieve an acceptable 96 accuracy and 80 stability, 23 concealment and the all-important 171.2 damage. For the secondary, the Micro Uzi, again for concealment and then stability and accuracy. Medium suppressor, concealment boost, auto fire and the no stock. This allows us to achieve a 32 concealment on the Uzi, coupled with the 23 on the Car 4 and overall 4 detection, sitting us comfortably in the Sneaky Bastard and Low Blow basic zone. To note here, ammo. DMRs are notoriously ammo inefficient, however the pickup on these recently got improved, so instead of being a 1 round per box picked up, it averages slightly over 2 per box picked up in my tests. With a damage output of 2 shot kills on heavy swats, 1 if you land a critical hit, you stay relatively good on ammo. This is also, however, where the Micro Uzi comes in. This in itself is a viable weapon to do full heists on, with its insane fire rate coupled with critical hits. It can alone take down bulldozers in no time, and landing headshots on regular enemies takes less than a second. Get into the habit of switching weapons to maintain stable ammo and you won't have a problem. I typically do run Scavenger Ace just to help with the extra pack here or there and take advantage of Rogue's plus 80% weapon swap ability. After all, it's there for a reason. The last variation here is for a lower concealment option, the AMR-16. However, we get increased stability and accuracy as a trade-off. To use this, we need to adjust some skills to be able to maintain the critical hits. However, Sneaky Bastard is trickier to get while maintaining the better weapon stats. First, the skill changes. Like we did before, remove Sneaky Bastard. Inner Pockets aced and Parkour aced. Add on Low Blow aced. Now we are back to having 12 points left to spend. There is less room to move here as the change we did with the weapon is purely to get increased weapon stats, and the only other removable skills would be to reduce those weapon stats. The same options remain: potential for shotgun or for shields, or high value target for distant bulldozers. To get Inspire, you'd have to remove some weapon skills and or Hostage Taker to go that route. Leftover points are still viable for 9 lives or Scavenger Aced. The AMR is modded like this. Born to Steel Skin with Accuracy Modifier. DMR Kit, the bigger the better suppressor. Concealment Boost, Auto Fire, Tactical Handguard, LED Combo, Rubber Grip, Thrust Lower Receiver, Speed Pull Mag, See More Sight, Wide Stock, Exotic Receiver. With these modifications we hit only a 10 concealment but 100 accuracy and 92 stability, maintaining the damage output required at 171.2. The Micro Uzi remains the same as the secondary. So there we go, a build I've been using a lot for the past couple of months and easily transferable to Sicario perk deck if desired. I also had a lot of fun with that. Gameplay is using the Car 4 Sneaky Bastard and Hostage Taker variant, using the spare points for Scavenger Ace and Die Hard Basic. Come on! Down! Drop it now! Healer dude! Medic ran out of medicine. Hey, Macarena! Dozer main. See ya, Dozer sucker! Sangress. This way, dude. You got it! Yeah, boy! The captain is here! He has his number! El Capitan.
Thermite is our best way into the vault. We've done this before.
Oh shit!
On your knees. Cuff it, bro. Big fella incoming. Big guy. Dozer! Dozer fell over and he can't get up. He's got the shield. First aid kit right here. Ah, there we go. First aid kit right here. Give me a weapon and dignity. Kill the dose. How's about this one?
Payday is dead. Tactical advance. Watch your angles. Zone 3. Ease back.
Hey, Captain Ahab. I mean, A-hole. The medic. I killed the medic. Bonnie girl, come with me.
Yeah, on it.
Man hiding behind steel rail is dead.
Be ready for anything.
Why isn't this ever easy?
Nice smoking us! Bloody smoke everywhere!
Ah, there we go. See you, Cloaker. Hey, Jimbo. This way, dude.
Okay. Boy! Shield!
Stick 'em up, son. Give me a weapon and dignity. Cloaker. Nailed. Stick 'em up, son. Taser dead. Meds. Taser dead. First aid kit right here. Sangress. Come with me, mate. That put the dick in medic.
Stay put. Now do the same to them. These assholes
Feckin' shield. Medic ran out of medicine. Ah, there we go. Give me a weapon and dignity. On your knees. Ooh, misses. Cuffs on. Drop it now. Stick 'em up, son. Ah, there we go. Medic that, you keck. Ah, there we go. Stick 'em up, son. Stick 'em up, son.